All right, how are you? So I wanted to make a video here with some real numbers, with some real projections, and I try to keep it as, straight to the point, as valuable as I possibly can for you. And I try to keep it interesting for myself because these are things that I'm actually, doing myself on a day-to-day basis. So I'll share these and document them as I learn them myself and as I project and, forecast for myself. So let's dive into what these things mean and what you can expect for your agency. Okay, so I'll explain each one. So this is the book size, your size of your book that you have. This is the retention of your book year after year. So that's that. Let's just call this a 90% retention rate on your book of business. Average growth, how much are you actually selling new business each year? What is your commission going to look like? What are your expenses going to look like? And finally, what net profitability are you bringing home to yourself and in your pocket, right? So let's just start with the numbers that I use. These are numbers that I projected a while back, but these are now, let's just use these numbers. So 850,000 book of business, size book of business. At the end of 1 year at a 90% retention rate, you can just multiply that number by 0.9. It is 765, so 765,000. Now, if you're growing at a rate of 600,000 per year in new business, which that means 50,000 new policies per 50,000 a new premium per month, which is pretty average. That's 600,000 in a year. So let's just say you do that. Now your commissions will be based on that number, book size. Usually the commissions are like 11% commission. So let's just say that number is now $93,500 in commissions. Now, at the time when I did this, my expenses were about $120,000. So that was basically marketing, overhead for rent, employees, payroll, paying myself, etc., etc. My expenses were 120 grand, so that's not good when your commissions are less than your expenses. Out the door, I lost 26,500. So that you can see there, I had a book size of 850,000. I retained, at the end of the year, 765, but the commission was paid, at that number, 850. So then we grew at 600,000 at the year. So these numbers don't matter just yet until we get to year 2. But 850, my commission was 93,000. Expenses were 120. My loss essentially was 26,500. So now let's look at year 2. So now with that, you basically take this number of 765 is what you retained plus your average growth. So now year 2, my book size was 1.365 thousand. Okay. Now the retention on that, I run it at 1,228,500. At a growth consistent at 600,000, which is pretty standard. As I said, your commissions on this year are 150,150. My expenses here let's just say they stayed, or actually let's just say they increased at a 10% rate, so 132,000. So now I'm profiting $18,150. So now we're in the money. So book size after the retention and the growth is 1.365. Retention on that is 1.2285. Average growth still stays at 600,000. And now our commission is 150,150 based on that number there. Our expenses, increased 10%. Let's just say we went a little harder on marketing. Every year it kind of projects for higher expenses. Rent goes up, whatever. Now my profit was 18,150. Let's do one more year just to show you kind of an idea of how big this thing really starts to snowball and starts to get. So now let's just say, now we're taking this retention number plus another 600,000 in growth. So that would take us to 1.828,500. So 1.828, yep. At a retention rate of 1.645, 650. Still growing at 600,000. Now our commissions on that would be $201,135 minus expenses. The expenses would be $145, still growing at a $145,200. And then our commission and growth net profit here would be $55,935. So that's at year 3. Okay, so basically what I'm saying here is, as these numbers kind of start to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and your retention is good, and your growth stays steady at 600,000 a year, your commissions at, you have a good commission structure at 11%. Your expenses, they're high, but they're not going crazy high. These numbers kind of get bigger and bigger. At some point, this number actually starts to go backwards. So it reaches this peak at about 9 years or 10 years where I'm maximizing profit and growth, and then it starts to go backwards. So that is a sign to me that about 9-10 years, I really need to pull back on expenses, if that makes sense. Or I need to basically improve one of these, so I can either decrease expenses, or I can increase commission somehow by negotiating a better commission split. Maybe I can increase growth. I need to make more than 50,000 in sales per month, or I need to increase our retention. So at that point, at 9 to 10 years, I need to make a decision on one of these 4 variables. Ideally all 4 at the same time. I need to fix retention constantly needs to get better. Average growth needs to get better. Commission, always trying to get the best commission structure, or, broker fees, including more broker fees, or cutting expenses. So that's basically the name of the game. You have variables that you can control, and you just, refine them to the T. Retention, average growth, commission, and expenses. So that's kind of all I got here for you. I try to bring as much value as I possibly can and get straight to the point. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully it wasn't too complicated or confusing with these numbers. Sorry, I'm not the best teacher out there on the whiteboard, but I'm working on it. And also wanted to throw out there, guys, I'm going to be doing a giveaway for the processes and the procedures that I have for sale on chriscostantini.com. So if you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So like and comment on this video. And if you're subscribed, I'm going to give away to somebody who comments on this and likes and subscribes, that I'm going to give away the processes and procedures for free. I sell it for $99 because those are all of our scripts, all of our email templates, all of our processes for hiring, inbound sales, outbound sales, renewals, etc., is all in there, even from starting from scratch on how to start the agency. And it took me 3 or 4, almost 4 years to put that together myself. So I sell it for $99 to anybody who wants it, but I'm going to give it away for free. And so like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to give that away. And guys, if you get any value, I would greatly, greatly appreciate if you could just give us a like and subscribe anyway. You don't have to do it for the free thing. Just hook us up. That's how we can continue to bring value to you and help out other agents out there for free. I'm doing this because there was other agents that helped me along the journey, and I get that question a lot. Why do you do this, Chris? Why do you help people for free? I'm not really making serious money from this. I have no intention of selling you guys. I'm not making money off you guys. I am making money by growing my agency. That's what's going to retire me one day. YouTube and helping out other agents. Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. Somebody might one day come across and say, hey, Chris, thanks for all the help you did. Here's a free book of business. But there's the phone. The phone's ringing. I got to answer it because we're after hours and it's just me here. So I will see you guys later. I'll see you at the top. I got to take that. We'll see you soon.